What's up everyone, this is FP Sticks, and in today's video we're going to be talking all about Ultra League and the Premier Cup that is going to be taking place in Ultra League. So today Ultra League is rolling around. By the time that you're watching this video, it'll be coming in a couple hours, and there are some things that we need to look at in the rankings tab here on PvPoke to see how the Ultra League meta has changed, and now we're actually going to have a Premier Cup in the Ultra League. So this means that we will have no legendaries or mythical Pokemon in that Premier Cup if you so choose to participate in that. I'll probably be trying out both Open Ultra League and the Premier Cup and getting a feel for the new meta while I'm playing. But what you should do, and you should do this along with me as well, is head on to pvpoke.com and click the rankings tab, sort by Ultra League there. And so this is Open Ultra League. One of the changes that we know that is already going to be taking place, Cresselia, the Moonblast debuff effect has now been dropped to a 10% chance. So Cresselia is still number one on the list here, but I feel like the matchups won't be as annoying to deal with because you won't be getting debuffed from Moonblast nearly as frequent. Giratina Altered here, Giratina Altered is at number 2 here on the list. And as you can see, the fast moves, you can still run either Shadow Claw or Dragon Breath, depending on what you kind of want to use Giratina as. If you want it to have a little bit more play against Cresselia, you can run it with Shadow Claw. You also get faster energy generation. If you want a little bit more raw fast move damage, you can run it with Dragon Breath. Shadow Swampert still at number 3. I have yet to run into a Shadow Swampert in Ultra League, but if you have one built this time around, might be fun to use it. Registeel, okay. So Registeel got nerfed. We know this from the Great League. Focus Blast does less damage now, and Flash Cannon is slightly more in energy cost, and I believe it also received a damage reduction as well. However, it's still number 4 on the list, and Registeel is still a solid option in Open Ultra League. It's also a solid option in Great League as well. I've been rolling with it on some of my teams, but Registeel is still going to be out there. It's a nice hard wall to Cresselia, going to be Venusaur, a very solid wall to Articuno, and just a rock solid wall against all of the Charmers that are out there. So I think Registeel is still a very solid pick. Giratina Origin at number 5 here, rocking Shadow Claw, Shadow Ball, and Dragon Pulse. So no Ominous Wind anymore. Again, Ominous Wind is a horrible move now, but it does have that boost chance. But Giratina Origin at number 5. Oh man, this is a big one right here. The Community Day move of Aqua Tail on Gyarados actually puts it at number 6 in Open Ultra League. And as you will see once we get into the Premier Cup, Gyarados is rated much higher in Open Ultra League compared to the Premier Cup. The Dragon Breath damage, you're going to be hitting Giratina for super effective damage, which is really nice. You're going to beat Swampert because you're resisting the Hydro Cannon and double resisting the Earthquakes. And now that you have access to Aqua Tail, you're really going to be able to spam out those moves much faster. And it looks like the preferred secondary move on Gyarados is Crunch. You're going to be able to hit for neutral in the mirror match with opposing Gyarados. And this is interesting here against Poliwrath. Should check out this matchup. Okay, Gyarados is going to beat in all even shielding scenarios now because Gyarados has a stab move of Aqua Tail that is much cheaper in energy cost. That's super great. And you're going to be hitting for neutral with Dragon Breath on Poliwrath. Articuno still up here at number 7, and the recommended moveset is Ice Shard, Icy Wind, and Hurricane, which is a legacy move. It is sometimes nice to have Ancient Power in there to hit like Charizard for double super effective or opposing Articunos for double super effective, but I really think you want that Hurricane nuke to cancel out those Poliwraths. Otherwise, Poliwrath is kind of a solid response against Articuno. Okay, this is a big one right here. Armored Mewtwo. We saw hardly any Armored Mewtwo last Ultra League, and it's because of how many Cresselias were out there. But if you actually look at this matchup of Armored Mewtwo against Cresselia, you're going to want to go straight Side Strike the whole time. You're still going to lose against Cresselia, but it's not as bad as it used to be. It's definitely not as bad as it used to be because, as you can see, these Moonblasts are not debuffing nearly as frequently frequently. So I feel like Armored Mewtwo might have a little bit more play in the meta this time around. I might be running a team with that. Shadow Abomasnow at number 9. That's pretty huge right there. Rock and Powder Snow, which did get a buff. It also got access to Ice Weather Ball. Really solid move. And then Energy Ball. Definitely going to be beating Swampert. And you can beat Giratina Altered going straight Weather Ball. Of course, hitting it for super effective damage. You beat Giratina in all even shielding scenarios. Let's check out if you beat it going Dragon Breath as well. Yep, still beats it. That's pretty cool there. Shadow Abomasnow. I don't have one built. Kind of a rare pick there, but definitely interesting. Swampert, number 10. Super solid, we know from last season. Suicune up here at number 11. Regice is still at number 13. Any of you guys use Regice out there in Ultra League? Escavalier at number 15. I feel like this might have moved up a couple of spots since last season, but Escavalier is a really solid kind of anti-meta pick. Really solid response against Registeel, against Alolan Muck, against Lapras, and against Cresselia and Snorlax as well. Snorlax, as we know, one of the best safe swaps in pretty much any league that it's allowed in. Surprisingly, it's down here at number 24. Looks like the recommended moveset is still Lick, Body Slam, and Earthquake. Honchkrow is at number 21. We'll probably see a lot more Honchkrow in Premier Cup when we get over to that, but recommended moveset is Snarl and then Brave Bird and Sky Attack, because Brave Bird got that huge damage boost and now it just hits like a truck, and Honchkrow with its crazy high attack stat really can do a lot of damage with this, so Dark Pulse isn't as needed, surprisingly, just for how hard Brave Bird hits there. Here we have regular Abomasnow at number 19. You do need a hundo Abomasnow, you do need 100% Abomasnow, and you got to max it out, obviously, and I do not have one of those, so I won't be rolling with that. But it is, again, nice that you beat Giratina Altered and Swampert. Venusaur, Clefable, Shiftry picks up some really nice wins. Still going to lose to Cresselia, though, and Poliwrath with the Dynamic Punch is going to be able to do a lot of damage to Abomasnow, but you'll be able to hit back with those Energy Balls for sure. Berserker is another pick that I'm going to be trying out this season, I think. It's just a pure steel type. You need a hundo of this as well. You got to max it out. Running Shadow Claw, Close Combat, and Foul Play. It's a really nice kind of anti-meta pick, and you're going to have you're going to be able to beat Cresselia and still have Close Combat to threaten like Registeel and opposing steel types, which is pretty nice. Alright, we have now sorted by the Premier Cup up here, and as you can see, no legendaries, no mythicals, no Cresselia, no Registeel, no Giratina. So some of you are probably thrilled about this, that you don't have to see those Pokemon over and over again. Venusaur taking the number 1 spot here. You're obviously going to be beating Swampert and Togekiss, Machamp, Lapras, and Empoleon, and going to be losing to Charizard, Escavalier, stuff like that. Dragonite, I think, is going to have a very interesting spot in this meta. We'll see where it's rated on the list here. Shadow Venusaur surprisingly at number 2. Shadow Swampert again here at number 3. Gengar at number 4. Rocking Shadow Punch in Premier Cup. Okay, this is pretty interesting. Gonna beat Venusaur. Let's check out this matchup. I wonder if you can just go straight Shadow Ball. I love clean matchups where you don't have to bait and you can beat Venusaur straight Shadow Ball in the 0 and 1. How about straight Shadow Punch? You can beat Venusaur straight Shadow Punch in the 0 and 1 shield. If you have both moves and you're able to successfully bait, you beat Venusaur in all shielding scenarios. Very nice wins there. Against Escavalier, that's pretty obvious. You're going to be triple resisting the counters. The Drill Run is going to hit for super effective damage, though. You're going to beat Togekiss because you can resist the Charm damage. Let's see if you can go straight Shadow Ball here. I feel like Gengar is definitely going to have more play in Premier Cup than Open Ultra League. Alright, against Togekiss, you can go straight Shadow Ball in the 0 and 1 shield with Gengar. That's pretty nice. Obviously, you're going to be able to beat Machamp. You're resisting those fighting type moves pretty heavily. Machamp sitting at number 5 in Premier Cup. Pretty interesting here. Able to beat Charizard. I'm assuming this is a bait dependent matchup right here. This has got to be bait dependent. Can Machamp go straight Rock Slide and win this? Wow. Straight Rock Slide and wins it in the 0 and 1 shield. That's very impressive. Machamp obviously going to be able to shut down Escavalier as well. Definitely going to be beating Lapras and Empoleon. can beat Dragonite? Whoa. Going straight Rock Slide? Let's see if it can. Okay, only in the Zero Shield can it beat Dragonite, but it looks like it's very close at the end here, yeah. It's actually a CMP finish at the end there. So you die with a Rock Slide. That's pretty nuts. I might have to build an Ultra League Machamp for this. Shadow Abomasnow appearing at number 6 again. Swampert at number 7. Here we go, folks. Honchkrow at number 8 for the Premier Cup. Going to be able to handle Venusaur. Can handle Swampert. Oh, I wonder if you have to land the Brave Bird here. Can you go straight Sky Attack and beat Swampert? No, you cannot. Can you go straight Brave Bird and beat Swampert? Whoa! You can go straight Brave Bird and beat Swampert in the 0 and 1 shield. That's pretty incredible. You cannot store 2 Brave Birds back to back, unfortunately, because Brave Bird is 55 energy cost. But that's pretty interesting. Brave Bird does 142 damage to Swampert, 80% of Swampert's health. That's pretty crazy. Let's see, Honchkrow against Charizard here. Let's see if you can go straight Sky Attack. You can win in the 2 shield. Let's see if you can go straight Brave Bird and see what happens. You win in the 0 shield. Very interesting. I really think Honchkrow is going to have a lot of play in the Premier Cup. Depending on how many like Obstagoon we are going to see, or Galarian Stunfisk. You have to max out a Galarian Stunfisk though to get it in Ultra League. I think Honchkrow might be a very decent safe swap. We'll have to see. These numbers really are saying that it's going to function best in the lead, and it makes sense because it's going to need shields for sure. Here's an interesting one. Drifblim at number 9 in Premier Cup. Gonna have very similar wins to Honchkrow. The nice thing is that, well, actually, Honchkrow is going to be hitting Drifblim for super effective damage with the Snarl, but Drifblim has that Icy Wind to debuff your opponent's Pokemon, and the Shadow Ball nuke, which is really nice. Definitely keep your eye out for Drifblim, and it is a pretty solid wall against the fighters. It totally walls off Escavalier, so if you're running into a lot of those, Drifblim is going to be a solid response. You are going to be walled by Obstagoon fairly hard, and definitely Snorlax, so just beware of that. Shadow Machamp actually appearing lower on the rankings than normal Machamp. Shadow Dragonite, I really think is going to put in a lot of work. I've done some practice battles against people running Shadow Dragonite, and this thing just melts Pokemon with Dragon Breath damage in Ultra League. In Premier Cup especially, there's not a lot of crazy bulky Pokemon running around. The matches go by pretty quickly because you don't have Cresselia or Registeel or Giratina in there. So Shadow Dragonite, definitely an interesting pick. Abomasnow at number 12. Escavalier is going to have a lot of play in Premier. And as you can see, so Shadow Gyarados is right here. Normal Gyarados is all the way down here at number 32 in Premier Cup. I just don't think it's going to have as much play. It's significantly lower in these ratings because Dragon Breath isn't really hitting super effective on anything in this format other than Dragonite. You don't have Giratinas floating around. So Gyarados, I don't think it's going to have as much play in Premier Cup. Just beware of that. Shadow Electivire at number 16, pretty interesting. Shadow Snorlax, I really need to build a Shadow Snorlax for Ultra League. Looks like Lick Body Slam and Superpower is the recommended move set there. Snorlax is one of the best safe swaps, again, in any league that it's allowed. And Munchlax in Great League, obviously. Obstagoon is going to shut that down pretty hard, but if you have Superpower, you can really threaten that Obstagoon for sure. So make sure to go on PvPoke and go on these rankings tab, sort by, all Pokemon or Premier Cup to see the different rankings and see what's out there. Best of luck in your first Ultra League battles. I'm going to be learning the meta as I go as well. I don't really have too many ideas of team comps that I'm going to try out, but I'm going to be trying a lot of stuff and bringing you guys videos featuring a bunch of different teams. So thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.